All right. Dow Jones is continuing in this down channel, and you can look and see from the weekly that we had shooting star, which some people call a distribution candle on high volume, which then showed that we had some follow through to the downside. Right now, it is going into Thursday, and we would want, if you're looking for more downside, you would want pretty much the volume to increase above this 436 million shares. The average is around 600, but you want that to increase if you're to the short side of this. But we kind of got to look and see what's going on. And my biggest thing is that we still have to be very aware of this level, which is 14,175, and that is the that's the 2007 highs, and that's when we had our last crash, and we want to see if it even gets remotely close to that. So let's see if we can find out what the percentage is of that. You have here to here is we're about 8 to 9% from the last highs. So we need to really make sure that if we get to there and it retraces back, which, you know, a 10% rip is a lot, but you can even see on the monthly we have a distribution candle as well, or a shooting star. So what we want, if we're bullish, of course, is we want it to get above the high, which is 15,700, and that's the big number for us to kind of look and see how things are going. You got the composite. Composite is looking so much better than everything, and this is the monthly chart. We can go to the weekly chart and you can still see that it's still looking good. Engulfing pattern currently on the weekly. Daily, it still looks good as well. It has a follow through on some good names, which I'll mention shortly. The S&P 500, again, we had this engulfing pattern. We have another hammer, which is actually a good thing. So if you're super aggressive, you want to, you know, get above here, but you can want to get some type of candle to kind of give you some confirmation, maybe for the SPY play. For the SPY play, I would still kind of just wait, quite honestly, because we see that we had this trading range or trading wedge that we got into previously, and that's where that stuff will really, you know, eat into your profit because it's not trending. So you want it to trend either up or down. So we kind of got to see how that goes. Let's look at a couple names. We look at Facebook. Remember I told you that we want to get above this candle. We see we have another smaller lower high shooting star potentially. So volume is decreasing, but you know, we want to see how this goes. I mean, it's approaching 10. This is just a retracement. It's nothing crazy. So just, you know, people are, you know, again, the top callers, it's not even 1%. So even if you look at that, so it's a little bit less than 2%. 2% retracement is something not to be calling the top. Plus, if you want to look at things, there's nothing above this now. It's clear skies, and that's how we like to trade, the clear skies. We have Apple. Apple gave you kind of a morning star pattern right here, and you see it continue to the upside, surprisingly, but again, you'd start getting back into this trading wedge, or it's just sideways. It's been, you know, this is the hardest thing to trade because everybody's trying to pick the top, the bottom. You're trying to, does it go long, does it go short? Let it trend, and you know, make it be Captain Obvious before you try to get too into the weeds. We have Priceline cranked up today. You have Amazon. It kind of didn't follow through, so we kind of want to see what's going on with that. You have Google. Google gave a nice little pattern right here. Again, we want to see it break above these highs. If you look in the weekly, you can see what I'm talking about. So if it can end up giving me more of an engulfing pattern and get clearing above this 900 level and eventually getting above this 905 level, 906, we're in really good shape. Couple names that I was looking at, CLR kind of just gave a little doji candle. I was looking at 3D systems. It didn't really give me my trigger that I was looking at. So things to keep on your watch list. You got New Skin. That one's actually looks like it might get back. I'm looking more to get above this level, or maybe even above this one, to get back to the upside. You have when continues to go up. You got Las Vegas Sands, that one. I still want to see it get above this high right here. You have Starbucks. Actually, the Starbucks is something that I was looking at, and this might set up. You see that triangle, ascending triangle setting up. I got another one on my watch list, constant contact. That's a great flag. That's decreasing volume with this, so that one looks really good for the trade right there. And I'm gonna have to do a little bit of homework. I'm sorry for getting this one out so late, because I have to I'm a parent, so I gotta make sure that I get that stuff taken care of before all this stuff. Jazz didn't follow through. What I was looking at was trying to see if it would get it back above these levels. It didn't get back above it, so I didn't get into that trade. Let's see what Baidu is continuing to crank to the upside. I am in this trade right here. Didn't really move too much, so I got in basically from yesterday, and it's continuing to move. Not so bad, just peeling some profit into trading. Let's see what gold is doing actually. So you got the gold, and it looks like it's just setting up to go further down. I mean, if it breaks this low, it's going to come back and test this 35 level. So you just really want to look into that stuff and kind of go from there. And that's what I'm pretty much going to keep it at that. I'm going to try to see if I can get some stuff done in the morning. Oops. I put P. So Polaris I was looking at as well, and again, I'm looking forward to setup. So sometimes you just got to stalk these things and look and see and look. And that's a part of trading, is just really look and say, okay, what do I have going on? Or give me a trigger. Don't just get in blindly and stuff like that. So, these things are really good. Banking sector, you have an engulfing pattern, but you can clearly see the pattern is down. It's below the 50. So it has to give me a higher low before I really start getting. Actually, Goldman Sachs looks weak. If it closes below this, it might come down and test these areas right here. So that's something that you might want to watch as well. Wells Fargo, I wouldn't get in right here right now. You got Citi, same thing. I wouldn't be looking to do that. Netflix, I think I did. Amazon. Yahoo is continuing to look good. Microsoft I actually looked at, and it's actually breaking. If you want to look at that, how about that? I mean, you could move this a little bit here, but you can see that it's breaking this downtrend channel, and it's giving you some bullish MACD, if you can see down there. So hey, keep these things in mind. So I'm gonna stop this over my typical 5-minute time and trade them well.